Card collectors come in species. You don't pick which one you meet. The hobby just throws them at you. One day, you're minding your own business at the grocery store, grabbing milk and bread, then bam! 5 grown men in hoodies sprint past you toward the toy aisle like it's Black Friday. That's when you realize you've just encountered the scalper. The villain of the hobby. This is the guy who treats Walmart like it's his personal stock exchange. They camp the toy aisle at 6 a.m. and walk out with every box before kids even get to see the shelves. They have Walmart employees on speed dial, slipping them $20 bills like they're running an underground booster mafia. They'll throw hands over the last booster box. We're talking actual fistfights in the toy aisle at 6:30 a.m., 2 grown men swinging at each other because they both spotted the same box of cardboard rectangles. The winner? Always the scalper. They've been training for this moment their whole life. Only buys sealed product at MSRP and lists upcoming sets at triple the price before they even release. And let's not forget, there are 2 types. The investor type, living in mom's basement, surrounded by booster boxes like it's a retirement plan. And the reseller type. We'll cover that later. You think you've seen wealth until you meet a card collector with daddy's credit card. You're at Locals, carefully counting quarters to afford a single booster pack, when someone behind you casually says,
"I'll take one of everything."
You turn around expecting to see the store owner. Nope. It's a 19-year-old in designer sneakers pulling out a black Amex like it's a library card. Welcome to the rich kid. The rich kid buys the top-end cards and doesn't even blink at the price.
Shut up and take my money!
While the rest of us are double-checking our bank apps to see if instant noodles can stretch another week, the rich kid casually drops 4 figures like it's pocket change. Their binder isn't a collection, it's a museum. And honestly, we can't even be mad. Because deep down, we want to look. We need to look. You're at a card show when someone approaches your table with a jeweler's loupe, a UV light, and a ruler. He pick up your card and begin examining it like he is diffusing a bomb. Centering looks 65-35. Surface has micro scratches. Corners are soft. But the edges? You've encountered the grader. The grader only buys raw cards at market price, and only if there's a chance to grade for profit. This is the one who DMs us asking for 30 photos of a single card, front, back, side angle, with a black background, timestamp, and a video. And if you think you're done, nope. They'll still reply,
Do you have a different angle?
They treat card hunting like crime scene investigation. A tiny white dot? Case closed. Not interested. Their entire identity is tied to a pop report. If they get a 9, they spiral into depression. If they get a 10, they ascend into godhood. When they finally buy, they submit the card to PSA, BGS, and CGC over and over again until it finally sneaks out a 10 on the 5th try. Then they immediately jump on Reddit posting,
"See, grading companies are total scams."
You think you love Pokémon until you meet someone who knows the printing date of every Pikachu variation that ever existed. Meet the enthusiast. The enthusiast collects everything. One character, a master set, or every version of a single card. It doesn't matter if there's no food on the table, or if our socks are older than our pets. What matters is getting that one missing $2,000 card to complete the binder. Binder first, survival second. This is the collector who knows every single promo ever released, down to the misprinted card with the dot in the wrong place. They don't just want the card, they want the first edition, the miscut, or the foreign language variant if possible. You walk into your first tournament, thinking you'll crush everyone with your $50 starter deck. Then, you sit across from someone shuffling cards like they're dealing poker in Vegas. They smile politely and say,
Good luck.
10 minutes later, your entire deck is in the discard pile and you're questioning your life choices. They shake your hand and whisper,
Your deck has potential.
"That's the player." The heart of every TCG, the one actually using the cards. They hate scalpers. But then they bring the most broken deck imaginable. They'll be like, "Scalpers are ruining the game." Meanwhile, they're wiping out 10 people in a row with a deck worth more than our house. And then they sell their prize cards to the rich kid like it's a black market kidney deal. You're admiring your collection when someone taps your shoulder. "Nice binder. Want to trade?" Before you can answer, they've already flipped to your most expensive card and pointed at their stack of commons. You've met the trader. The trader is a hustler. They are immune to rejection. Doesn't matter how many times you say no, he's already asking the next guy. He'll trade you a bent Pikachu for your near-mint shadowless Charizard, and if you show a slight hesitation, they drop the line.
It's part of my 100-day challenge.
This is the guy who shows up at locals with a suitcase of bulk cards, acting like he's running Wall Street. He'll flip through your binder faster than a casino dealer, instantly spotting the one card you didn't want to trade, then circling back to it 10 times like a shark smelling blood. And here's the kicker. Even when you know you're getting scammed, you still walk away shaking their hand like, "Wow, good trade, bro." You're browsing Facebook Marketplace.
Investment opportunity. Rare Pokemon card. Guaranteed to 10x in value.
The photo shows a basic card from yesterday's set. They want $200. You check their profile. Joined card groups last Tuesday. Previously sold Labubu and Funko Pop. You've discovered the speculator. The speculator is the newbie, hooked after seeing a $1,000 card flexed by a famous artist. They think every shiny card is valuable. These are the same crowd who bought Beanie Babies in the 90s, Funko Pops in the 2010s, and Labubu in 2024. They're the ones cornering you at locals, whispering,
Dude, this bulk rare? Easily $200 in 5 years. Trust me, I saw it on TikTok.
And here's their final form. While 20% of them burn out and vanish after realizing cardboard is not equal to Bitcoin, the other 80% evolve into scalpers, armed with Walmart notifications and a trunk full of sealed boxes. You think you understand card collecting until you see someone's collection organized not by rarity or value, but by waifu tier list. Every card features anime girls, and they can tell you each character's birthday, favorite food, and tragic backstory. You're in the presence of the Weeb. This one is simple. Doesn't matter about rarity. If it's a waifu card, it's instantly purchased. A specialized version of the enthusiast? They've learned how to survive hunger and unpaid bills by simply gazing at their wall-to-wall waifu collection. And somehow, they look at peace. The Weeb doesn't just collect. They worship their waifu cards sealed inside an acrylic case and probably has its own shrine with LED lights. While the rest of us are checking card prices on TCG Player, the Weeb is checking if their favorite waifu got a new alternate art. And don't even try to reason with them. You could show them a Charizard worth $10,000, and they'll still walk away with a $3 common because it's Boa Hancock from One Piece. The wild part? They're happy. Truly happy. You're at the card shop when someone walks in carrying a stack of booster boxes taller than a small child. Later, he starts shouting like there's a hostage situation, telling everyone he's lucky. That's the gambler. The gambler only buys sealed boxes. Singles? That's for losers. Spending $40,000 to pull a $1,200 card makes perfect sense to them, because the thrill is in the ripping, and after pulling, they send it for grading, hoping for a 10. Opening packs is their drug of choice. The crinkle of foil is their theme song. The smell of fresh cardboard, their cologne. Every time they lose money, they shrug and say,
Don't worry, next box will pay off.
These are the collectors who brag online about their rare pulls. At the end of the day, the gambler isn't really collecting cards. They're collecting stories. You post that you're quitting the hobby and putting your whole collection up for sale. Within minutes, your inbox is flooded. One message stands out.
I'll take everything 70% of market value.
At first, you think it's a typo, until you realize you've met the reseller. We spot them at card shows offering to buy at 70% of market and then selling at 110%. They're basically the pawn shop of the hobby, but with worse customer service. They post ads like, "We're buying Pokémon or One Piece cards at 70 to 80% of market price." But when we actually show them anything, suddenly it's,
Sorry, bro, we're not buying this.
their grind is ruthless. They'll haggle a kid down on a $5 card just to brag online. Made a clean flip today, $2 profit. Meanwhile, that kid just wanted ice cream money. And you already know they've got a YouTube channel. Titles like, "I quit my job to sell Pokémon cards." They make money twice, first by flipping our cards and second by monetizing our views watching them flip our cards. And somehow, we still click on every video. What makes it even crazier is that some of us aren't just one type. We're combinations. Take the rich kid plus enthusiast combo. That's the collector we all envy. Not only do they have the full master set, but every card is the rare version. Their binder doesn't just shine, it blinds us. Looking through it is like staring directly at the sun. Only 1% of collectors are this combination, and the rest of us cry ourselves to sleep holding bulk commons. Then there's the player plus gambler, and honestly, that combo makes sense. Nothing is wasted on them. Even the bad pulls turn into new decks. While we're sobbing over pulling the same holo for the 10th time, they're like,
Perfect. Now I can build a water-only deck for my cat.
in Pokémon, this combo is about 30–40% of the community. In One Piece, easily 60–70%. Now, a trader plus grader? This guy has raw card knowledge like a PhD in cardboard economics. He knows centering ratios, print runs, and PSA turnaround times better than his own birthday. He'll negotiate like a Wall Street broker, offering you fair value for your raw card, then immediately flip it into a PSA submission faster than you can say upcharge fee. And the worst part? He'll ghost you at the meetup with some wild excuse like, "Sorry bro, my girlfriend's uncle's cat just swallowed a thumbtack." But really? He's across town finalizing another deal because that guy offered him a card with sharper corners. But here's the deal. We all know one person who is a final boss combination. Reseller, scalper, trader. They sell us our favorite card at 300% markup, then act generous like,
Let's flip a coin. If you get heads, I'll write a $1.25 discount.
"Oh, thank you, my hero. You've saved my family." Then release day comes, and we spot them rushing the toy aisle like it's Black Friday at Walmart. Except we don't really see them because they already bribed the store clerk for a premium reservation. The shelves are empty before we even arrive. Sometimes we hit rock bottom. Sure, we're broke. Sure, our families think we're crazy. But the truth is, we're not just collecting cards, we're collecting moments. Then we remember that one pull we'll never forget, and then whisper the same word, worth it.